Hey everybody, it's Chris and Des show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Des.
Okay, we're sorry we've been so inconsistent with our stuff, but we don't work together anymore. It's sad.
It's the new state.
But
that's what we're doing.
We're in the middle of one of our housewives parties. Des is new to the housewives. If you're a housewives watcher, she's getting into Beverly Hills. She's on season 2 now.
It's a roller coaster, people. It's a roller coaster.
So we're here and we're like, we should talk about some theater because I know some people have said they like our reviews, so we're excited that you like them.
You guys, Christopher was stopped at the airport by some guys who recognized him from the Chris and Des show. He's a star. They just pulled out of the blue. He's full of it.
So
he's full of himself now.
Thank you to those guys. I hope you're watching now. Thank you for the ones who are watching. We're gonna talk about the theater we saw in this last season, and
we saw a lot.
We saw a lot of stuff.
We saw a lot of theater.
Actually, I don't even think we're saying all of it because we're not even remembering all the things we saw. We got so many things.
We are either.
But let's start talking.
Okay.
So we saw A Wonderful World, Louis Armstrong musical.
Okay, I loved this show.
Yeah, me too.
I really did. I loved learning about the history of Louis Armstrong, which I know nothing about. All I know is amazing music.
Wonderful world.
Well, even more than that. I mean, he did a bunch of stuff with Ella Fitzgerald. He was an amazing musician, like the very top of the culture for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a really great show.
And we saw the understudy instead of, what's the guy from Aladdin?
I don't know his name.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
He's
really great.
Aladdin.
But I actually loved the understudy's performance.
Understudy
He was
amazing. He was so good.
I think he sounded even more like Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
Because he has that name. Jason.
Like naturally.
Englehart.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
It's not Jason, though.
I don't know. Something like that.
Okay.
I think he's Titus's nemesis on The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh.
But it was really good. And what I loved about the story is that it was told really from the perspective of his wives. And the wives, holy moly. Those ladies can sing.
Yeah.
And so anytime they were on stage, you're like, oh, this is going to be great. They got us another song. And there's one song where all 4 of them sang together. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Those girls, I could listen to them sing all night long. Yeah, we really liked it. Okay, look, when we go to New York and if I schedule what we're seeing, we were literally like, that ended and then in 5 minutes we had another show. And
we had to
like,
leave before the thing was over so we could get out the door, so we could get to...
I'm like, don't clap, Desiree, we don't have time, just keep going.
Yeah.
Because we
saw 3 shows that day.
We do a lot of stuff, okay? The next thing we saw it here in Los Angeles, but with the original cast that came with it, was Once Upon a Mattress.
I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Anna Gasteyer, Sutton Foster.
Michael
Urie. He was the other one. Just top notch.
Yeah.
And the story was really fun. I think they rewrote the book a little bit or something.
Amy Sherman Palladino did.
Yeah, because it's so much better now. The original just dragged, I think.
Yeah.
I always looked at it when I was doing high school musicals and I was like, no, we can't do this. This is gonna just die. But this production was great.
I like this new idea, and it's been catching on, I think. Really, Harvey Feinstein, I think, is really the first person to really he was on like, hey, let's take these old musicals that I love, but they need to be judged up a little bit. And he's done a really good job.
Too. They judged up the book.
What's her name from?
Amber Ruffin.
Yeah, Amber. Yeah. She did a really good job.
They judged up the book, and then now you got something. Because the music is great. The music is, you don't have to touch that part. Yeah. But the book needs a little streamlining.
And yeah, I really like Once Upon a Mattress. Of course, Sutton, you can watch do this stuff all day long. And she's so great. She has such great comedic timing, and she's hilarious, and she can sing, of course, and all that sort of stuff. But it really is, she actually reminds me a lot of Carol Burnett in the way she acts and sings and all that kind of stuff. So it was perfect connection. And Michael Urie was hilarious.
He is so funny.
He's so good. And Anna Gasteyer, man, talk about commitment to a role. She is this queen who is, she's nuts, but she's so funny.
Her voice. I love her. Killer.
Yeah, she's a really good singer.
She's got an amazing.
Anyone who's been Alphaba you have to be able to sing for real. So.
Yeah.
Then we saw Stephen Sondheim's old friends with Bernadette Peters and Lea Salonga. And Beth Level.
Beth Level? I didn't even know Beth Level was going to be in it until we got there, and I'm like, it's Beth Level.
She was amazing.
And so many.
And we love... Here's the thing. We're Sondheimites, Sondheimers, Sondheim is.
Sure.
We like Stephen Sondheim a lot.
Sondheim, yes.
So we can sit there and listen for 2 hours and sing classic Sondheim songs. And
great.
Desiree knows a lot about music, right? And we were talking about that kind of stuff. Like, let me tell you about Lea Salonga. That woman is there. She keeps everybody. Here's what we're doing. Yep. I'm in charge. Follow me. Follow my lead of what we're doing.
Well, you need someone who's going to be like, okay, here's the standard. Here's the lead. You stay with me and we're going to be fine. And I'm sorry, that's not going to be Bernadette Peters' role anymore. It's not going to be Beth Level's role. It's not going to be anybody else's role in that show who are doing comedic and what's the word? Character voices and character parts and stuff. You need somebody who's going to be like, no, here. And then everybody goes right to it. And I was one of the best nights of theater.
Yeah, we had so much fun. We loved it. I heard a lot of people not liking it, which I don't even understand why you would like it. First of all, we love those songs. Also, Lea Salonga could sing. She can sing till forever.
She doesn't need any help.
She doesn't need any help.
She's good.
And it's fun to see Bernadette there. And Bernadette's just great in her little parts, of course. And she's
Bernadette was killer.
The connection to Sondheim. For sure, right? She's very funny. The trumpet. The trumpet.
They did the striptease number from.
You gotta get a gimmick.
You gotta get a gimmick. Oh, she's hilarious. She's so good.
All you need to do is give Bernadette a trumpet, and she's great.
She's on it.
It was hilarious, and the whole cast was great. Everybody was great. And we loved all the songs.
It was well put together, the whole show.
And then we saw The Last 5 Years with Nick Jonas and Adrienne Warren.
I love that show.
It's such a good. The music it's so good.
I just love it.
I think the problem with it, why people aren't liking it, first of all, I am not on the let's hate on Nick Jonas train. That's not my thing.
There's no need to hate.
I do think he warms up in the show. Like, he comes out and doesn't have the energy at the beginning. That Norbert has that energy the whole entire time, and that's who he is. But he kind of revs up. And then at the end, I actually really liked his performance. And I thought it was very genuine, and he was good with the heartfelt kind of stuff. And so I actually enjoyed Nick Jonas in it. Adrienne Warren. Holy. There was times I thought she was going to literally break up the theater apart because her voice is so strong. I'm like, she's gonna tear this place apart.
She could control it, though. She had the acting chops, man. She's really so good. She brought it.
She has a Tony, of course, for Tina, but she's not a one-time Tony winner, I don't think. Well, you're gonna get her to see her something else, and she's gonna be something great because she's really great, really. I think the problem for me was the direction. It was weird, like how they had the scenes take place. I didn't like the way it was directed. Actually, I know some people loved it or whatever, but it just wasn't my thing, the way it was directed.
I prefer it, like in the original, they weren't on stage together hardly at all, except in the middle. And I kind of prefer that. So when they're on stage, they're acting to nobody, but you get it.
Right.
I think once they made the movie, I mean, they really fleshed out this story. And so it's hard to go back from that.
Right. Well, I think that was maybe the problem, is that either you need to do... They're never on stage together. Yeah. Or they're always on stage together. Right. And so the mixture of sometimes being on stage together, like, wait, I don't understand now.
It felt inconsistent.
Oh, I took a bunch of students and they were like, wait, I'm confused now where we are at in the story. I'm like, yeah, I know that part is kind of...
Why is he on stage and he's not talking or interacting with her?
That is kind of weird. And so I think that was the issue.
Yeah.
The next thing we saw was Dead Outlaw. I liked it too. I love the band on stage keeps that energy like way up here the whole entire time. Really good.
There were a bunch of shows this season that were based on true stories. And that the only thing that, like, I got to see Upreach and Mincemeat and Floyd Collins that Chris didn't get to see. But these 3 shows, those 2 and this one, are based on real events in life. And you're sitting there in the theater going, you're kidding me. This really happened? And I thought it was just so well done. The music. Yeah. The band on stage the whole time is just killer. Like, they're so fun.
I wish we knew all these names before because we're doing bad about it. Yeah. But the lead guy who was from Shucked, fantastic. He was nominated for Tony. And the lead guy of the band was nominated for Tony too, and he was great. And he was kept so that time. The girl was really good. The girl was really good too in it. She was really good.
She was nominated.
But it is definitely a story where you're like, oh, this can't be true. This is crazy. Like, this is a true story. This is
really
nuts.
This really happened.
Right now. Oh my gosh. Who would have thought that this dead outlaw would last as long as he did.
But it keeps you in the story when you're going along and you're like, no, this really happened.
Isn't that crazy? Okay, then also in December we saw just a random thing that I was like, Des, listen, Whoopi Goldberg's and Annie, they have a 9 o'clock show on a Sunday. Let's just go see it. We don't have anything to do at 9 o'clock on a Sunday. There ain't no other shows going.
I couldn't believe it. We saw 4 shows that day.
Yeah, we did saw 4 shows that day. I was like, can you believe there's a 9 o'clock show?
All right, let's go.
Let's go. So we went and we saw it. Here's Annie. Yeah. Annie is a good classic musical. You can't go wrong with it. Yeah. And it was fun to see Whoopi Goldberg because we love Whoopi Goldberg and she's up there. And I do think she gave a different performance than I thought. I thought she came out like real like body and but it was actually much more restrained and kind of genuine than I had anticipated her seeing. I love Whoopi, so she's great. And Annie's Annie. You know what it is.
Get a bunch of 10-year-olds up there singing their little heads off. You can't go wrong. And
as long as you have a really good Mrs. Hannigan, you're going to be fine. And I think Mrs. Hannigan was good. I don't even. Oh, it was
Whoopi Goldberg.
What, am I losing my mind? For some reason, I was thinking about the Dumb Hotel.
Yeah.
Lily St. Regis.
Yes.
But no, Whoopi was great, and she's saying Whoopi can carry a tune just fine. So she's saying the song fine, and it's more about the emotion about you know if you've seen Annie.
There you go.
We also saw Death Becomes Her a few different times with them. We've seen almost everybody who can be in it. The originals, the understudies, that we've seen a bunch. Because I will say, Death Becomes Her is getting known for, and now obviously Megan has her vocal stuff that she needs to have rest for. We want Megan to be healthy and rest. Yes. But it was known for previously for being the show that had a lot of people out a lot of the time.
Yeah.
With that being said, what did you think of Death Becomes Her?
Oh, I loved it. I liked it better than the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the music was great. I thought all 3 of those actors are amazing. You can't go wrong with Megan Hilty and Jennifer Smart and Christopher Seabird. They were
have Des talked to you about what she thought of Michelle Williams?
Oh, I thought she was going to win a Tony. For sure, I thought she was going to win a Tony. And she wasn't even nominated. I had her winning that thing.
Yeah.
She comes on stage in that theater, and there is nobody else. And she is just all the way up.
I agree.
She was so good.
That was a mistake. She's really good.
She really should have, at the very least,
been nominated. Yeah, 100%.
She should have been nominated at the very least.
I was surprised how much we were like, wow, she's so good.
Amazing.
To hold your own against 2 of the comedy-wise, they're the top. Megan Hilty.
Don't say I didn't warn you. She was on it.
Megan and Jennifer, when it comes to comedy, you can't beat those 2. So to hold your own with them, and they also can really sing, right? Yeah. And so to hold your own with them, I was like, oh wow, she's amazing.
Michelle can sing, make no mistake.
And even the comedy though, she was like really good with it. She was great. And of course, the other 2 they're Megan Hilty and Jennifer Smart. So I think you know already. They're amazing because they are amazing. That's how it is, right?
So good.
And their understudies were good too. The mixtures we have as well too. So I didn't know this. Did you know this? The lady who's Megan Hilty's understudy, she's the longest running alphabet on Broadway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
She doesn't really get a chance.
She's really good.
Yeah, she's really good. She doesn't get a chance to like maybe sing The Wizard and I, obviously. But it's a very funny show, and it is for sure better than the movie. I agree with you.
Yeah, no, it's and it clicks right along, and the whole thing goes real. It's really good. It's really good.
Let's go to this one. Okay. And speaking of funny shows, okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about Oh Mary for a second. Oh my gosh, what is happening in Oh Mary? Okay, we got Oh Mary, and I will say at first I think Des was more hesitant. I'm like, I cannot wait to see Oh Mary. I love this kind of stuff. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. And I loved it.
It crosses. I'm a fuddy-duddy. I will own it. I will own my fuddy-duddiness. It just crosses a bit of a line for me. But I think doing a 5 o'clock show on a Thursday is brilliant because I went back to go see it again because nothing else is playing on a Thursday at 5 o'clock. It was so fun. Really and the people on stage are having the time of their lives. And it comes across. It is hilarious. It's a great show.
Yeah. The whole cast is fantastic.
It's great.
Obviously, Cole Escola wrote this thing and he stars in it. And you can tell he is living his dream.
It's amazing.
He's so funny. I cried laughing. It is so funny.
It is hilarious.
And the guy what's his name? Who we saw the original Abraham Lincoln, and he's
Oh,
back now.
I don't know his name.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna be so mad because I know his name. I'm sorry. It's on top of my.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna know
well,
it.
I can't get it.
Sorry.
What? No, it's gone. But he's fantastic too. The whole cast is really fantastic, and it's just really funny idea. I love Cole talking about how like, I just thought, what if Abraham Lincoln's death wasn't such a bad thing for Mary? And then I love that going through like, okay, well, great, he's gone now, and now I can do my show, whatever. Conrad Ricamora, thank
There
you.
you go.
We're having assistants now.
Yeah.
Conrad Ricamora, he's so good. We've seen him in other stuff as well
He's
too.
really good.
But I loved him as Abraham Lincoln. And then we saw Maybe Happy Ending, which won Best Musical at the Tonys, and Darren Criss won Best Actor, which when we saw it, I was like, oh, I think he's gonna win Best Actor because he's so good.
Well, he's so good.
He's so good.
And the girl is amazing.
Yeah.
And the story is just so precious.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. I really loved it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like a nice love story that is different and in the future and told in a different way.
So unique.
And
the music is good.
Staging was really cool. Everything about it is really good. And it has great music and these two great performances. Darren Criss, when you watch him, you're like, I think he's a robot. Because he's really, the way he moves his body. Someone said, like, how are you not in a, like, some kind of cast or walker after, like, the way you move your body like that, like, shouldn't it hurt after a while? Because he's really good. And then I think the two big musical productions everyone's talking about are Gypsy and Sunset Boulevard, which we saw both of those. Besides maybe Happy Ending as well, too. Yeah. But let's talk about Sunset Boulevard. It's a stripped down version of Sunset Boulevard.
Here's what I loved about it. The story of Sunset Boulevard is about this lady who used to be a silent picture star, and then the sound came in, and then she became less of a star. And so that aspect of her being a silent picture star is able to, they brought that part to fruition using video and live video. So there's a camera going on the whole time and you're seeing this thing, and so you get that aspect of the story that you never got before. And then it's really pared down, no sets, just the actors, just in all plain things. And so it's the very minimalist way of telling the story, and the music holds it up. Like, it's able to sustain the story. You don't need all that other stuff. And there's innovation where he goes outside and sings a song outside and the cameras go with him, and it all works. It all works. And I'm sorry, Nicole Scherzinger can sing. Yeah, that girl can sing. Yeah, for sure. And she brings the whole show. It's really good.
I think, I loved it. But I do think, too, that it takes a minute. Billy Wilder is my favorite director, and Sunset Boulevard, obviously, is one of his masterpieces. I do think that I understand people saying, this isn't really the story. Which I get that. It's not really, Nicole isn't an old, aging star. Yeah. And you're right. Yeah, there's a cool aspect of the film, but then you also, without the sets, lose a lot of the story. You have to know going in kind of what it's about. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't think you'd get, especially with Nicole being so young and beautiful, I don't think you get, why is she... Wait a minute, why is she not a star?
I can imagine if this was your very first... introduction to this story, that you might be confused. Yeah. This is not my first introduction to the story, and I brought all of that stuff with me, and so this was a big release of all that. Right. So
I think for me, in itself, it's amazing. I almost had to separate it in my mind from Sunset Boulevard, the movie, and the other stuff, because if I kept putting those together in mind, I'm like, but wait, this isn't that much. Forget that. Okay, forget that. Let's just focus on what it, and for what it is, it's amazing.
Make every iteration its own thing.
So well done. Yeah. And like Des said, Nicole and what's
Tom
Francis?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. They're both fantastic.
That sounds right.
They're both really good.
They really are. Really good.
And so you can put up their performances and they're amazing. There's no anyone who says that either one of them isn't amazing, I think is just wrong at this point. We can argue that. And Nicole can really sing, for sure. I know some people had issues with her acting part, but I think she's doing just, I don't think it isn't distracting for me. She's doing really good. I think she's did a great job. Gypsy. Starring Audra McDonald. Okay. Gypsy's one of my favorite, like, top 5 favorite shows of all time. What a great piece of theater it is.
Absolutely.
It's so well done. The story's so great. The music is perfect, practically, right? Then you put this woman who is the greatest living theater actress.
Inarguably. You can't argue the show at all.
I will say, too, I love that they did this thing where it's like first time a black woman's playing it on Broadway. We're not going to change a word, but it has a whole nother meaning to it.
It brings all sorts of stuff.
And we've seen so many people play Mama Rose over the time, right? We saw Patty, just saw Bernadette in person. I think I just saw a thing of her or whatever. And obviously we've seen clips of Angela, and we've seen clips of Tyne, and we've seen clips of Ethel. So, and we've seen Bet on television, of course, and we've seen a bunch of things. Audra's version is completely different for a lot of reasons. The main one is she isn't playing Rose as a villain. Rose is a mom who cares about her kids, and we're going to do what we need to do, because I never even thought of that. Obviously, I'm not a black woman, and I'm not a single mom. So I didn't understand that until I was listening to her talk about this woman in the 1920s is pushing for her daughters to become famous because it's the only realm that they can be safe in. Otherwise, they got to just marry a man and go be a housewife, go be a maid, this is their this is what they got. Or if they're famous, it's their way out. It's their security. So I'm going to fight to the death for them to be safe. Wow, what a whole new way to look at Rose. And Audra she's perfect. That's all.
She's amazing. And if you haven't seen the Tony Awards and her performance, she does Rose's Turn, which is the big 11 o'clock number in this show. She did it for the Tony Awards, for the whole world to see. And she brings the whole thing. Man, did she bring it all. I've never seen such an emotionally connected performance, and her ability to do that is because she doesn't have to worry about her voice. Her voice is just fine. You're not worried about any of that. She can bring the complete actor and the complete presentation of the song because she can sing it, and she doesn't have to worry about it. That's what I think. Oh man,
agreed. Joy Woods is amazing.
Yes.
Danny Bernstein is amazing.
Again.
What an amazing cast.
Yes.
It's a little short on like sets. There isn't a huge big set thing of it because it really is about Audra's performance.
Yeah.
And with Mama Rose, if you know the show, there isn't a lot of scenes without Mama Rose.
Yeah, no, she's on stage.
She's the whole thing, all the numbers,
yeah.
right? We're doing Some People, we're doing You Never Get Away From Me, we're doing Everything That's Going Up Roses. Boom, 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 boom. And then end the night.
That's why the show is so good, because the pace is so great. Yeah.
And then again, you end the night with Rose's Turn, and that performance will go down in history of theater.
No.
Audra McDonald and Rose's Turn. It's just something different, unlike what you've seen. Yeah. And Des is right. I probably have only watched that Tony performance 24 times since last Sunday. But it's amazing. If you haven't got a chance, go see it. And you're like, holy moly. Yeah. Even the way that Audra has this beautiful soprano, classically trained voice. But even the way she can get it gritty and almost ugly at times because it needs to be. Like
the emotion.
Oh my gosh.
She knows how to express.
What is she doing?
And she uses all of herself to express it. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. It was a hard year for the Tonys, I understand, because you got those 5 women. Holy moly. Hello? They were all fantastic. Someday, maybe Megan Hilty can win the Tony. I knew it wasn't going to be this year, but I want her to. I want Jennifer Samard to win the Tony too. Yeah. And if Jasmine keeps doing this amazing work that she did in Boob, she should continue doing that as well too. So we knew it came down to Norma and Mama, and they chose Norma. I think we would have chose Mom.
If it was up to me,
But
I would have given it to Audra.
But that's okay. They didn't ask us.
Nope.
Rude. That was rude. And so I will say all of those ladies did amazing. We were so much good theater this season.
It really was
so fantastic.
Packed year.
So
exciting.
Keep going to see shows, but also I know all you Broadway producers are watching the Chris and Des show, as you should be watching.
Absolutely.
For sure, right now.
Yes.
LaShawns, are you listening? But I want to say another thing too. If you want it to be something where it isn't just rich old people going to see the theater, then maybe we can make some tickets not $500 or something. Because it is getting a little out of control. I get it. You got a lot to pay. Prices are going up. I understand all that stuff. But at the same time, like, you need a way for it to be accessible to the average person. And prices are getting crazy.
100%. This was the first time. And I don't know. I see a lot of theater. This was the first time that I've ever been like, I can't afford to go to that show this season. Because every single ticket in the theater was over $500.
That's
I
too
can't.
much. That's too much.
I can't afford that.
Right. My kids can only go so long without eating. So I can't be like, we can't go, we're not eating this month because we got to go see the show.
It went over the line a little bit.
I agree. That's just my little PSA.
Yeah.
We love theater. We love going to see it. We're going to see 2 shows this weekend here in Los Angeles. Hopefully, right, if everything's good for us to go there.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know how that stuff is. But let us know what you thought. And if you saw a show, maybe you saw a different show, maybe you didn't like a show or you did, let us know what you thought about it. And yeah.
And there you go.
Bye.
Bye.